Hello Spartans, my name is Chris Fritsch and welcome to Spartan Spotlight, a production of Aurora University Spartan Media. This past Saturday we experienced a game to remember. The AU men's football team won the NAC championship game in a thrilling matchup against Benedictine University in overtime. Today we have the man of the hour who stopped Benedictine from a point-after kick attempt to seal the win for AU senior Justin Gibbons. Thank you for coming in today, Justin.
Thanks for having me.
To start off, what's your major and what made you choose that major?
Political science major. I actually switched it from history. The first school I attended, I was history major. Just coming out of high school, was really into government, history, and all that kind of stuff. So.
Interesting. So we know you transferred in last year. Mm-hmm. What was the decision to come to AU? Like, what made you decide that?
Coming all the way out from California, it was definitely a little bit of a change. My uncle was a high school counselor at Caneland High, which is not too far from here. And I was originally recruited to run track. And so, I figured, why not come out here? It's a fresh start, a couple thousand miles away from home, try something new.
That's interesting. Not many people would make that decision so easily.
Yeah, it wasn't the easiest decision. It was definitely a culture shock coming out here. It's a lot colder, but it gave me the opportunity to play football again. So
that's always fun. We can't avoid the obvious. You guys won a championship on senior day against your rival, and a lot of praise probably came your way with the key block in overtime. It was a big play. What were you thinking before you hurdled the offensive line?
It was kind of just like an instinctual thing. I knew I kind of had to make a play. Going into the PAT, I kind of had watched the holder and the snapper a couple times. The first time they scored and went to snap, I noticed that the holder had kept his head down. He maybe stands about 5'8", 5'9". And so the second time I watched his tendencies, did the same thing. The third time I watched what the holder was doing with his hands to try to time a snap count. And the fourth time, which was the PAT in overtime, I just went for it and came out on top.
Man, like your coach said, big-time players make big-time plays. You can't beat that. How'd you feel after completing that successful block? That's not something that happens all the time. And seeing yourself on SportsCenter.
I mean, it's surreal. It still doesn't feel like come down from that high yet. Like I said, I mean, it's a crazy feeling. I still can't believe that I actually pulled that off.
Yeah,
I watched Patrick Peterson do it a couple days ago on Thursday Night Football, and watching somebody else do that at that level, and being able to do it at myself was just, it's like a surreal feeling. And seeing myself on SportsCenter just. I mean, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, that's got to be a good feeling winning that game after the way you guys went out last season.
Yeah.
Missing the field goal.
Yeah. It's kind of poetic justice in a sense.
Yeah. After hearing what you guys won, what was the overall emotion of the team on the field? I know watching everybody was just kind of running around and freaking out.
Chickens with their heads cut off. I mean, from going from 3-7 last year to being conference champs this year. I mean, we put in so much hard work in the off season, and to see everything pay off, in our final game versus our rival in overtime. I mean, you can't. That's a storybook. That's a Disney Channel movie right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't beat that. So I felt like, everyone was just not sure what to do at that moment. Just the excitement, just overwhelmed. Like everyone, it was an amazing time.
I think everybody understands. It's kind of like what just happened.
Yeah.
Kind of in shock. But as you obviously weren't here for 4 years, but for the guys who stuck by the football team for 4 years, going through all them coaches, and then Ponks coming through and turning the program around, that's got to be something that the other guys are feeling great about too.
Yeah, I mean, coming off of a 1-9 season the year before I got here, Coach Ponks' first year, it took a lot for those guys, who are seniors now, to buy into the program. Going 1-9 to 3-7, like I know it's a little bit of an improvement, but it takes a lot of willpower to be able to stick around. And so I know just going out on that note for those seniors, I know it meant a lot. Yeah.
And that's all the time that we have. I wanted to thank Justin again for joining us on the show today.
Thanks again for having me.
And join us again, Spartans, next time on Spartan Spotlight when we meet with more AU athletes.
All right.